I'm back. I'm recording another video. Look at that. It's been a while. I've been so busy with life and everything that I haven't had much time or motivation to record. But I got a new job and I'm still in my same apartment, so everything's still nice. Um, so yeah, I just want to come back with my favorite type of video to do, and that's a pickup video, so I can show you all the financial decisions I've made in the past. What is it, like 8 months since I recorded one of these videos? Maybe 6 months, somewhere between like 6 and 8 months. I can't remember. So yeah, I bought lots of things. Especially since getting a new job, I've been able to like save up a little bit and buy more expensive things. But really, my favorite thing has been like kind of looking for deals. So I'll see something I really want, and a lot of times I won't buy it now, even if I could afford it, just because like maybe it's market price or a bit above market price. So like I just like hunting for deals. It's so much fun. It's kind of addicting. Um, but yeah, I've gotten into some new consoles and lots of new games, of course. So I just want to get into that. Hopefully, with this new year, I'll start recording more videos and get into that. We'll see how the Wi-Fi situation gets. But yeah, let's get into it. First with some more boring stuff. Important but boring. What do I have here? I have PS3 game. Only PS3 game I bought recently-ish. I don't remember if I've shown this, so this might be not important at all. I don't know. I'm 90% sure this is Fist of the North Star. If not, it's spin-off of it. This is international version, so it has English. That's the only reason I bought it. Because I'm not super interested in the franchise, but finding a game that plays in English in Japan is nice, and it can get me into it, so we'll see. I think it has okay ratings. I don't know anything about like the series. I have played like a Fist of the North Star fighting game on Game Boy, so that's my knowledge of it. So yeah, PS3. I haven't seen anything really interesting for PS3, so yeah. Jumping right into the Wii. You guys know I got a Wii last time, so of course I have many Wii games. A lot of the Wii games I get are multiplayer games for me to play with my friends, so that includes, ta-da, Mario and Sonic in Beijing. I needed one of these games. I don't think I've ever played these games until I got this one. The disc is in the machine, so that's that. So yeah, it's very fun. I might try to play it alone, but I was playing with my friend the other day, and it's quite fun. So yeah, there's that. I probably won't get the other ones. I don't know. If there's a better one, let me know, and I might get it, but this might be the only one I get. Fun time, but not as fun as this. Growing up, I had a Wii, of course. Everyone my age had a Wii. But I only ever played Wii Sports. We never got Resort. We always got like the off-brand ones. So yeah. Oh, I found the disc, so that means Resort's in there. But yeah, super fun. It was cool to play like different games, like ping pong and basketball and everything. It was super cool. I still haven't got to try archery yet, because you have to like unlock them. Some of them, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of making me angry that I had to unlock things. But yeah. Thing cool about this edition is there's a map. I'm not going to unfold it now, but one of the inserts here, it's like a map of Woohoo Island. And I'm quite literally going to buy a second copy of this game, because these games are like between like 100 and 200 yen usually. So just for the map, and then probably sell it back at some point for like 1 yen. I don't care. I just want the map to put on my wall, because I need two, right? I can't just take the map from here and put it on my wall. I would need one to keep safe and one to put on my wall. So yeah, that's for the Wii. Only 2 Wii games. I'm proud of myself. Didn't buy too many Wii. It's so easy to buy too many Wii games, because you go to these game stores like Book Off or Hard Off, or even like smaller game stores. There'll be a whole section of Wii games for like 100 yen. You can get lost sometimes. Speaking of some cheaper games that I bought, number one, this one was I think 280. Wii U game. Yes. This is Hyrule Warriors, right? Yeah. So it's like a Warriors type game for Zelda. And I heard it's pretty good. It's fun enough, so a hack and slash won't be too difficult for me to get into, I think. So that's fun. And the one I'm more excited for, my other Wii U game, is some stickers on it still. Some of these might still have stickers on it, actually. But yeah, I got Yoshi Woolly World, which I think it's just called Wool World in Japanese. But yeah, it's cool, right? I've wanted to play this game for a while. I kind of want the amiibo too, because the big amiibo is cool, but I don't know where I'd put a big amiibo. But yeah, I'm excited to get into this game. That'll be nice. So that's all for my Wii U. The Wii U has what, like 120 games or something like that here in Japan? It's like a low number. So there's not really many more Wii U games I want. Maybe like Bayonetta. It's just no point of getting too many, but it's cool that I have the ones that I do. So I'm very happy about that. Next console, what should it be? I'll just go with my N64. So I was at a Hard Off the other day, and there was like a bin. There's always a bin. They had like discount bins of like different games. So there was Famicom, Super Famicom, and N64, and then there was like PS1 and PS2 as well. And I was going through the N64 games, so all these are for 100 yen. So I was like, cool, I'm gonna pick up some games that I don't have. And I think I picked up like 7 games, and I was leaving. Well, it was before I left. I found some other things that I wanted, and I was like, do I really need 7? Even though it's only 700 yen, I was like, do I really need 7 N64 games? So in there I had like Star Fox. I had I think I had Yoshi Island 2 or whatever. All those games. So I had to basically decided to like kind of split it in half and get what was more interesting to me at the time. So first one was this. I don't see this a lot for 100 yen, so I thought it was pretty cool. Usually it's like 480, so I was happy to get Bomberman for N64. I'm not sure if this is the platforming one or not. I forget. I did plug it in to make sure it works, so I think this is maybe just regular Bomberman if I remember right. But yeah, it's good. So I wanted that one for a while. And then this game just looked interesting to me. And it is MRC. It's a racing game. So for the N64, I don't have many racing games. And it's not well known for racing games. So I thought it would be cool to get like a cool kind of realistic style racing game. And honestly, it looks pretty good. Like not like Ridge Racer good. As like Ridge Racer looked really good on PS1, but like this looks pretty good, I think. So I like it. Still got that like blocky polygon like N64 style, but I thought it was fun. So I'll get into that more. And this one, I had to pick it up for 100 yen because I don't have it. I don't want this version, but it is Episode 1 Star Wars Racer. I know this is like the most famous version. And I want to own like all of the Star Wars games because Star Wars is my favorite franchise. So I'm kind of slowly, well, I bought most of like the 3D ones. The ones I'm missing were this one, Star Wars Demolition, and like Force, I can't remember. Force Battles. Star Wars Force Battles. And those 3 games are on Dreamcast, as well as being on PS1, and then like this is on N64. So of course I wanted those on Dreamcast because that would be the best version of the games. But before I left America, I ended up not buying them. And in Japan, they don't have them in the Japanese Dreamcast. So I'm going to have to import them. That's okay, but I gotta get this one in the meantime so I can at least play it. So yeah, I'm very happy for this. For 100 yen, yeah. You can get a box, like a full box. I don't know about America. You can get a full box copy of this in Japan. I think it was like 1,600. And of course, I would love the full box copy, but I'm thinking about space here. There's a reason, and you'll notice in my collection, most of my games, I don't buy cartridge games with the box. Because 2 reasons. First reason, it's cardboard. And I just feel like it'll deteriorate faster. And it's just like more difficult to take good care of. I keep very good care of my games. I mean, they're a little sliding over right now because I took some off, and also I've been making space so I have more room for more games in my DVDs and everything. It's pain. I don't want to get more shelves. But yeah, I keep really good care of my games, but just the box is just like, even if your room's slightly moisture, they get deformed, and it's just like no point, and they take up so much space. Like for example, these, right? You get one of these games, Game Boy. I don't know what's wrong with me. Game Boy Advance game, which get right into it. I bought 2 Game Boy Advance games recently, but you put this in the box, and then all of a sudden it goes from this size to like this size, like bigger than my face, and I'm like, there's no reason for that. So I do have a few box Game Boy games, but that's because I got them like that super cheap. So yeah. But anyways, for the Game Boy games, I got Crash Team Racing. I can't remember which one this is. But yeah, it's Crash Racing. And I got F-Zero because I've wanted this game for a long, long time because I like F-Zero on Super Nintendo. It's like one of the only like Super Nintendo racing games I enjoy. And so I wanted this. And I saw this as well. They were very cheap. I think they were $380 or something like that. Super cheap. So I picked them both up together, same day. What else did I buy? More handheld stuff coming up. I was so happy. So, Sega, I've noticed that Sega, even though like there's the whole like console war, Sega wasn't as popular in Japan, maybe. I think maybe their computers before like the Mark II and everything were a little popular, but like obviously they didn't have like the normal Master System here, and the Mega Drive's different too. Um, the Mega Drive games are kind of hard to find. At least lots of. Every time I go to a game store, there's like 5 Mega Drive games, which is weird because in America it's usually like almost the same amount as Super Nintendo. But in Japan, it's like hundreds of Famicom games and Super Famicom games, and no other games. And finding like Mark II games is hard as well. But I want to get to that because the Game Gear, I have a Game Gear which is completely region free. So of course I always keep an eye out, but Game Gear games are kind of always expensive, as are Mega Drive games if you want a good one. But I found these games. First one I found is this one. I don't remember where I found this one. I can't. This one is at Hard Off. I got this one at Hard Off. So this is like the Daffy Duck game. I love these old Disney platformers. I couldn't remember Disney for the life of me. Oh yeah, Deep Duck Trouble. Yeah, these old Disney platformer games are nice. I'm not a big Disney fanatic, but these games are like real good platformers. So yeah, I got this one, and I got Mickey Mouse Castle of Illusion. Both Disney games. This one I got for a great price. Usually like 2,000 yen. I got it for like 980, I think. So I was very, very happy to find this for a good price. I do want to get like the Illusion games for Mega Drive because I don't have them. I don't think so, right? Yeah, no, I don't. I do have Mickey Mania, but I don't have like the Illusion games, so I want them. So yeah, 2 Disney games for Game Gear. Super lucky to find them for the prices that I did, I feel like. Because usually the games I find are like Mahjong games or other like columns. I don't... Listen, Game Gear's great. Love the Game Gear. Who's playing columns? Come on. Why is that such like a Sega defining franchise? Is columns. I don't understand. There's like 4 of them, and they're not fun. I'm not the biggest fan of puzzle games, of course, but yeah, just why columns? Don't know. I'm not gonna get no more getting into that. All right, I got some PSP games. 2 games that I was really happy to find. 2 games that I'm interested in. So first one that I'm interested in, Assassin's Creed Bloodlines. I can't on like the game price charting stuff. This isn't really on there. At least not this version, I guess. I don't know. But yeah, Bloodlines. It's a PSP. I think it's in between the first and the second game story wise, but maybe it's not important to play. I just want to know what it's like playing Assassin's Creed on a PSP. I really enjoyed the early Assassin's Creed games. So seeing this on PSP is cool. Yeah, so I'm gonna get into that. And I've been craving. Craving's a crazy word. Craving like shooters on like FPS games on the PSP. Weirdly enough, and so I already had Black Ops. I think right. Black Ops. No, not Black Ops. Call of Duty Road to Victory. I don't know why I was thinking Black Ops Road to Victory. So I was like, cool. And then I ran into this at the store as well. A different store, of course. Medal of Honor Heroes 2. I did have some Medal of Honor games on PS2 before. They're pretty good, the early ones. But this is kind of like satiating that I want to play FPS on. It must be in the PSP. On the PSP, and I don't know why I would ever want to play it on the PSP because there's only one thumbstick. But yeah. All right, and next game, and this game I've been addicted to recently. I couldn't believe it was like 330 yen, considering online this game sells for a lot more, like $30 US. At least that's what it says, so I don't know. But it was Ridge Racers. So it's kind of a thing of mine. I've obviously played a lot of the Ridge Racer games on camera, and really like them. I think their vibe's nice. The music's some of my favorite video games in general. Ridge Racer soundtracks. I'll listen to the PS2 one even though I've never played it. Love Ridge Racer. So yeah, this game's no different, of course. The soundtrack's amazing, and the tracks. The tracks are really reminiscent, so you do play like the older tracks from the older game, as well as like newer. Ooh, I can see myself. As well as newer tracks. there's not many tracks. They do mirror them and like reverse them and stuff to give you like new looks. But like car selection's cool. Cars look nice. Drifting feels great. And one more thing. What was it? The environment's beautiful. Beautiful looking game. I could not believe it was on PSP. So last game here for PSP that I was looking for a while. So I was just trying to find a copy of it to buy, even if it was like normal price, which I actually think is pretty cheap. I wanted this game for a long, long time. Rockman on here. What's it called in English? I can't remember. Mega Man Power Up, maybe? That sounds right. Oh no, I dropped something on my keyboard. No. Great. What? That might have touched your ears. I'm sorry, but yeah, it's like a chibi version of Mega Man. Played it a little bit. It's of course difficult because Mega Man's difficult, but it's, if I remember right, it's completely remaking the first game. Maybe there's added content as well, but it's like completely ground up remade the first game, and it's in like a 3D chibi art style. Love it. Great game. So much fun. I did rage quit it, so I have to get back into that soon. All right, next. Next. I have two PlayStation games, original PS1 games. I can't remember if I showed this one on camera or not, so if I have, I apologize. But Chocobo Dungeon. So this is like I think a roguelike dungeon crawler game. So it's like, whoa, this is cool. So it's like different every round. Whoa, look, these old advertisements are unmatched, dude. Look at that. That's so cool. So yeah, so it's like different every time you play. I've heard it's pretty fun. The art style looks cool. It's like 2D, 3D. What do they call that? I don't remember what they call that. Where it's like 3D environment, but the sprites are 2D. I don't know. But yeah, I kind of see it in there. Maybe. My hand's going to shake too much. There you go. And the other game. So I've seen this game before, and I've wanted it forever. It goes with my Heart of Darkness game, basically. And that is Clayman. I don't know what this is called in English. I forget. But in Japanese, it's Clayman. So it's like a claymation game, and I'm pretty sure it's point and click. So that's interesting to say the least. But it's claymation, video game. That's what I loved about Heart of Darkness. I haven't finished Heart of Darkness. I need to play it on screen. I want to. But yeah, it's claymation. And I grew up watching a lot of claymation animation, so I would love to play a game in that. It doesn't make sense to me. My brain doesn't like compute like how you make the clay turn into video game. I don't know. All right, next. We have some Saturn games. 3 Saturn games. Did I really only have 3 of those? I don't know. So one I'm very, very excited about, and then the other, this one I'm not as excited about, but I do love fighting games, especially Saturn fighting games. So I bought this thinking it was Fighters Mega Mix for some reason. I know it's not because it's Fighting Vipers. I want Fighters Mega Mix so I can play as the car. I want to play as Daytona. But this one I think you can play as Pepsi Man. So it's kind of cool actually. But yeah, it's just a 3D fighting game. It goes with the other ones. I've played a lot of them on Saturn, so more to get into. On the Saturn, you never ever run out of fighting games. And so the other one I actually bought this one for, I think, like probably pretty close to Japanese market value. I feel like I paid like 2,000 yen for this. I was very excited to see it. It's Sonic R. I know. It's a kind of a shit game. So it's like a Sonic racing game, but you're not in a car, you're on your feet. Which of course makes sense, but the gameplay is just kind of garbage. Like you just fall off all the time. The cool thing is though, is with the rubber banding, you never actually you're never that far off. So even if I sat there for like a minute running around like the environment instead of playing. And then I got back and there they were. They were there for me. So yeah. Cool game. It's expensive in the US, I think. And it's kind of expensive here even for like Saturn games. Because here Saturn games are usually like really cheap. So yeah, but I think it's worth it for the funniness value. I don't know. If you like Sonic, get it. If you like funny games, get it. If you don't, then don't. I don't know how to tell you. There we go. Now this one I was most excited for. I do think I paid like $2,500 for this. I saw this on it wasn't even in the main section. So at this store, I don't know the name of it, but it's kind of a chain around here. They do it's like a huge thrift mall. So they have clothing section, game section, movie section, music section, figure section, all that kind of stuff. And I'm one of the end caps, not even in the Saturn section. They have this game on display because it must be a popular game. And one of my favorite franchises that's not Star Wars, of course, is Alien. And Alien Trilogy. It's so cool. This game is so cool too when you play it, because I love this the style of graphics. Of course, it's like Doom, but like the style is just so cool with the aliens and stuff like that. The xenomorphs coming at you. The guns look cool. It's just such a cool game. Not easy. Definitely not easy. It's kind of like a lot of mazes of the same walls a bunch. So you never know really where to go, what to do. Cool thing is it's in English for some reason. I think because a lot of these games, just when they brought them over, they didn't care about translating a lot, or they didn't care about translating everything. So it's pretty easy to there's subtitles in Japanese, so it's nice for me. But yeah, super fun game. When I saw this, I literally freaked out. I had to buy it, and I ended up spending way too much money that day because I bought other things as well. I don't really think I bought some games, I bought some movies, and I bought some figures that day. So yeah. Here is Alien Trilogy. I love this cover too. God, it's so cool. And I forgot to do this before I showed the games, but I'll show you now. So I have those 3 Saturn games, and that is because basically I bought the Saturn. Ta-da! My smoke stain version of the Saturn. I bought this Saturn at the same place I bought that Wii U for 4,000 yen. This one was I think this was 4,000 yen as well, maybe 5,000 yen. Which it came with 2 controllers, which are over there. I'm not gonna grab them. It came with 2 controllers. It came with all the plugins and everything. So it was worth it because controllers usually run about 1,000 yen for clean controllers or more, usually more. So yeah, I got a really good deal on this. Oh, Parodius. I was playing that with my friend the other day. Is that Parodius? Yeah, it's Parodius. So yeah, this cartridge, which is the Action Replay, I brought that from America. When I bought my Saturn in America, of course, it came with this. I was very happy. If you have a Saturn in America, 1,000,000% get this. This is so important because you can buy Japanese games from American sellers for much cheaper than you can buy, American games in America, but also living in Japan, I'm not going to import American games more than likely. So, yeah. But I have my American collection with me, so I want to play my American games. So I'm very happy I have this. Though, if you live in Japan, you don't really need it, I guess, because there's not going to be that many exclusive games unless you really want to play RPGs in English. But the problem with that is that those RPGs, like Magic Knight Ray Earth or those really expensive RPGs, they're really expensive. So you can't even buy the English versions anyways. So there's just no point. So if you live in America, this is so important. If you live in Japan, it's not as important. Most of my Saturn games are Japanese copies. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe a 5th one running around somewhere. But I think I have 4, maybe 5 games that are in English. All these ones here, and the ones I showed you, all Japanese. And a lot of them I bought in America. And then when I moved to Japan, or when I visited Japan, I was able to buy a bunch too. So yeah, love this Saturn. Saturn might be my favorite. It's definitely my top 5 consoles. Just love it to death. And I'm so happy I got one finally. But that was a couple months ago now. So what else? Oh, so when I said I'm hunting for games, another thing was not only for price, but also which consoles that I have the least games for, right? Because you see in my PS3 collection, I have 30-some PS3 games. I don't need more PS3 games, unless if it's something I really, really want. Same thing with PS1. I have way too many PS1 games, PS2 even. So I'm not hunting for those. But for the longest time, I only had two 3DO games. So when I've been going out, I've been looking out for 3DO games. Especially 3DO games. Kind of the most I've been looking out for is 3DO games, and something I'll show you in a minute. But basically 3DO games are hard to come by. In America, of course, it's impossible. I barely ever saw in-person 3DO games. In Japan, it's easier, but still, either a store has none or a store has 20. And 20 is still not a lot. So like if I do see some at a store, they might have like 10 or 20 of them. Like the Hard Off I go to has like, I don't know, has like 5 games and then 5 like visual novels for it. And I'm not interested in the visual novels. I'm really not. At least not those ones. And then the games are like really expensive sometimes. They're like 3,000, 4,000 yen. So I've been very particular what I buy. Trying to not spend too much money. But I went the other day, saw this in the discount section. Unfortunately, so I'm so big on like not buying complete jewel case games because I don't like this. Why? Why is there no cover? It drives me crazy. But it's Jurassic Park Interactive, and it was 1,000 yen, which is pretty good. I think it's like a 3,000 yen game. That's probably with the manual though, so really, I mean, take half of it off. So it's still cheap, but I think it's just like they didn't have a 3DO, so it was in the discount section, so they couldn't test it or something. But it's a clean disc, so I mean, it's fine. So yeah, first one I got recently was this one. Super happy to find it, and I was like, cool. I'm just gonna get, you know, I got like a virtual house, a game, and then like a virtual like a interactive movie. I haven't played it yet, so I don't know how much interactive movie versus game it is. We'll see. But I bought 2 other games. I'm so happy. I forget where I found this one. Not gonna lie to you. Can't remember. Maybe I do remember. It was like a game store in Kobe, like Senomiya area. So yeah, this is, well, obviously micro some difficult to say. FMV shooter. Cool game. I like FMV games because they look silly. And it's like a short game, right? So you can like shoot things and easy to get into. Like my type of game because my attention span's not the best. And speaking of FMV shooters, another one, which this one looks much better. The other one is weird. You're like inside of someone. This one is like a whole like shooter. The levels look really cool. You can't really see it in the picture, but yeah. This one's also, I don't know. I don't know if anyone can help me in the comments here. I don't know if you guys are 3DO experts. It's a big manual. This jewel case is enormous. For example, like if you look at these two side by side, maybe it's hard to tell on camera, but this one is much like wider for some reason. Oh, maybe you can tell from this angle better. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, you can see this one's much wider. I don't know what's up with that. I don't know if it's like aftermarket jewel case or what. That doesn't matter to me, of course, because it's just a jewel case. But yeah, weird. So yeah, finally have an okay selection of 3DO games. But right now, my like dream 3DO game, and I saw it at like a really local game store that I kind of live near. Not really near, but near enough to go to. They have a Sailor Moon fighting game for the 3DO. So I really want that game, but it was expensive. I remember it was like, well, I thought it was like 8,000 yen, but I think it was 5,500 last time I went. So maybe they're reducing the price. So one of these days I'll get it. We'll see. All right, next, before I get to my new systems, I want to show off a little cool thing I bought. I don't think I've showed this in a video. I really don't think I have. If I have, I apologize again. Ta-da. Bongos. Did I show this in a video? If I did, I apologize. But I want to talk about it because I don't remember showing it in a video. So, woo, Donkey Konga. Well, it's not a Konga, actually. It's Jungle Beat, the cooler game. So yeah, I got the bongos in the whole box. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this box. I'm debating on throwing it away. It's worth a lot more with the box, but like, what am I doing with the box, man? I have the bongos over here. The game, you can't, I don't, okay, the cords are a bit controlled. Yeah. So we got, cool. I want to play this like on a video, but I don't know if that sound would just be awful. So we'll do some research and development for that. But it comes with Jungle Beat, which is like a platformer. Tried playing it. Kind of difficult, but fun. All right. So let's get into the really new stuff. Which do I want to show first? Which is most interesting? This one. This one will be easier to show first. So, since I have a new job, I get paid more now. I've been able to save up a little bit more money and make some bigger purchases. So that means more systems. So the one I bought most recently, which was a couple days ago. Ta-da! I love handheld games, and I love the PSP. So I was like, cool, I have to get a Vita because there's 2 thumbsticks and lots of interesting games. And like the history is cool, right? Because it was kind of like doing well, but then Sony discontinued it. But a lot of developers continue making games for it. It's just really cool. So obviously I have the box and everything, which was not important to me, but so basically what I've noticed, at least around where I live, every Vita, and there's lots of them for sale, every Vita costs like $16.50, right? So 16,500 yen. Yeah, that's what I meant. So 16,000 in USD. That's what like 140, maybe 130, somewhere between like 130 and 140. Maybe less, maybe 130, 120. I don't know. The yen is. But yeah, so I bought PSP, and there was many colors. There was white, all white. There was all blue. There was black. But after looking at it, the pink one is so cool. So at the box, I was looking at the box, and I was like, well, the pink doesn't look so nice. But when I pulled it out, it's actually like a dark pink, but not too dark. It's like a neon dark pink. I don't know how to explain. But yeah, this thing is so cool. So like, this is like, besides my Switch, this is the most high definition like console I have for like handheld. And seeing like a cool high res screen is like awesome. Considering I'm used to like my 3DS and let me wipe the camera. My 3DS and my PSP and my DS. This is so cool to see. And I played Little Big Planet a bit for the first time. That game is so good. Oh, it's so cool. I was like hooked from the moment I started playing that game. That game is so cool. So I can show you the games, including Little Big Planet. Ta-da! Little Big Planet. I don't know if this is like what game this is in the series, if this is the first or not. I'm not positive, but it's super fun. My first time with this series, awesome. I'm not big on like character customization for platformer, but I customized my little sack boy. It was actually so cool. So yeah, so we got this game. Of course, you know me with my FPS games, so I had to get Call of Duty Declassified. The story, I was hoping it'd be like a normal campaign. It's not. It's kind of like missions, I guess. It's fine. It plays fine. I like it. I need to get some better FPSs for it, probably. But overall, fine game. And then I bought this version of this game. I do want to get the PS3 version as well. Lego Star Wars Force Awakens. So like I said, I have like all the Star Wars games, and I love Lego Star Wars. But I never played this game. I played it on my 3DS from the library for some reason. For like a little tiny bit. So now I have this game. I think this is based on the 3DS version, so it's not like the full game, but like I at some point I'll get like the version for PS3 because I have all the other Lego Star Wars games. So yeah, that's the only 3 games I got for this system so far. These thumbsticks feel so cool. This is the 2000 version. I was thinking about getting like the 1000 version because it's better screen, but after reading a lot, it said like the screen's not that much different. So it's just not really worth like this one is better like handhold and stuff. By the way, this is so cool. Ooh, you just peel the screen. Like, look at this thing, man. Oh, look at this thing. It's so cool. Well, you can't really see it well. Wow, my screen. I have a good camera quality on my like thing, but I guess it doesn't pick up screens well. But yeah, so cool. Loving messing with this. This has been the most fun to mess with because like, when I buy these older systems, like, for example, when I bought the 3DO, like, exploring it for the first time is not as interesting. And as you get new consoles, it's more interesting. But, like, yeah, because there's not, like, menus or anything to go through, you know. It's just not as interesting. But that's so cool. So I'm happy to have that. Something new for me to take to work with me or to, like, take on the train and play with. So, yeah. All right, so we have my final bit here. This is the one I've been the happiest about and having the most fun with. So, of course, you can't really see on camera, but we know I have an NES. This is Contra. I have an NES. I have about like 20 NES games. I have my American NES with the controllers, the gun, which I have a CRT now. I don't know if you know. I have a CRT TV. I feel like that was probably mentioned in a video. So, yeah. I have that from America. But in Japan, you know, they have Famicom, and the Famicom games and the NES games don't go together. But they also have the disc system, so like you put floppy disks in your Famicom. Incredible, such a cool thing to me. Like my little brain can't comprehend that so well because they consider using cartridge games forever, but Nintendo used disc-based games. That's not Nintendo. That doesn't make sense. We never got the disc system in America, so I always wanted one. And there's a few things about the Famicom, like the base version of the Famicom is like RF only, and I don't want to play RF. I just don't. I don't want to get a converter. It just looks bad. And I also don't want to pay to get a modded one. And of course, there's the problems with the disc system. That attachment for that is like, I guess notoriously like low quality. Not low quality, but it just breaks. And you have to get like more plugins and all that stuff. Didn't want to deal with that. Well, when I was here many times at Hard Off, I saw the system a million times, and I was like, I need to get it at some point. So I got my new job, I got paid, and I was like, well, now I can afford this. And it was, I think, 22,000 yen. So like USD, what is that, like 160? Yeah, like 160. So it's still kind of expensive, but not that bad. And that, my friends, is this. Yeah, look at this thing. Look at this thing. I'm so happy to look at it. This thing is amazing. It's also big. Like, it's like this, I don't know. It's smaller than my VCR, but it's like the size of a VCR, really. Compared to the regular NES, it's like wider, but not as tall. That helps. But yeah, big thing. So yeah, cartridge goes up top. And this system games go in here. It's like a floppy drive. It's super cool. Only complaints about this system. The controllers are hardwired, as are with regular Famicom. Why did they choose this? I don't know. Has some cool quirks. So, like, right now I can't put in a game because it's only open on the floppy disk part. So you pull this, well, you push down this, pull this switch, and now I can open it. So that's a cool quirk. Other interesting things about it. Has AV out, so I don't need to deal with the RF. My biggest pet peeve. That's also the main reason I bought this too, because I was not dealing with RF. Another complaint, the power supply, weird power supply. It needs, what is it, like 7.6 or something? I don't know. It needs some weird voltage that doesn't exist normally. So you have to either get one for this, or there's like some phone companies that used it as well for like landlines, I guess. And then also the PS1, the PSONE, not like the original PS1 model, the one I have, which I don't have to show you, but yeah, you know what I mean. That one's power supply is right, but you have to like finagle the right plug-in, like do it. Luckily, this one came with it, because there was one that I wanted to buy that didn't have a power supply. And finding a power supply is a pain in the ass, so I was doing that. Cool quirk. Player 1 and 2. Wow, look at that. I like the 1 and the 2. That's so cool. Something I didn't know about this, and I'm not 100% sure why. There's a microphone to record or do things with here. And it works quite well. Because you can talk into it while playing a game, and it comes out of the game. It comes out of the TV. It's so cool. It's like I can't imagine the use case for it, but I imagine there was some software for you to like create something with it. Because it is disc-based system. So yeah, I'm gonna show you the games I bought. The best part about Famicom, right? Big investment for the Famicom, right? If you want like the regular model, they're really cheap. The disc system's still expensive, I think, if you want a working one, but like the regular model's pretty dirt cheap, right? You're spending like between like 2,000 and 5,000 for like, depending on how pretty you want the plastic. If you want perfect plastic, like perfect white and red plastic, yeah, maybe it's like 6,000 yen. But yeah. So the games though are dirt cheap. So like there's always bins of hundreds of games that are like 100 yen or less or more. A lot of like the popular games are expensive, but you know, it is what it is. I basically went through the cheap bins and just seen what games I'd be interested in to get. So let's go through some of them. I'm going to put my favorite ones last. Okay, so let's start with the really cheap ones that I got for more testing purposes, but they turned out to be kind of fun. First off, we have Fantastic World. Has a longer name. This was like a manga, I think. A manga back in the day. An old shonen manga, if I remember right. So yeah, it's a platformer. Really cool. The guy uses his tongue. People online, I was looking at like reviews for it. They say it's bland and everything, but I think the colors look great. I think it looks really good for an NES game, basically. And the story, I don't know, but it maybe it's a bland platformer, but it looks great. It's fun. I actually might play through this whole game, so we'll see. Another one for testing, shooter. I like some shooters. This one was, again, dirt cheap. Probably because the plastic's super messed up. But yeah, Star Force. It's like a, what do they call them? Shoot 'em up? I think it's shoot 'em. Yeah, it's a shoot 'em up. I remember. Shoot 'em up. Fun. Shoot 'em up. I have nothing else to say about it. This one's interesting. This one kind of looks like a very low like quality. It's made by Hudson Soft, so I mean it's a good like company, but it's what, Challenger, right? It looks like an old arcade game, but not like high quality arcade game. It just, yeah, kind of reminds me of like Atari type of thing. You just kind of run and try to like escape the train or help the hostages, and then there's other things as well. I haven't got too far. It's kind of difficult. So yeah. Moving on to my favorite games I've bought so far. Mickey Mouse. In English, Mickey Mouse Capade. In Japanese, it has a whole Japanese name. Can't remember. Cool game. Again, love these old Mickey Mouse platformers. And this one's made by Hudson Soft, which is cool. I know Capcom made some of them as well. So yeah. Cool platformer. I love Godzilla. And in Godzilla, of course, is King Kong as well. So, like, I'm not as interested in King Kong. I like the older movies and the, like, what, 2006 movie? I don't know. That one's cool. But the other ones, I'm just not interested in the new ones. Not even, like, any of that, really. It's just not as interesting to me. But King Kong 2. And you get one as well. I haven't seen one. So, yeah, I love this cover art. This game, you run around in, like, third person or, like, isometric top-down view and, like, just beat stuff up. I haven't got much past that portion, so. But, yeah, it's okay. It's okay. I just like the cover, and it was really cheap, so. There's a Godzilla game for it. I need to get. There's probably, like, 2 or 3, but I need to get it. But it was, like, when I saw it, it was, like, very normal price, so, like, almost 2,000 yen. For me, that wasn't worth it. But you know what was worth that much? This next game. I'm so happy to have this. So it's Star Wars. Ta-da. So everyone knows Star Wars on NES, right? It's kind of like a famously like difficult game. There's also Empire Strikes Back. But this is not that game. This is not Star Wars for NES. This is Star Wars for Famicom, which means it was entirely different. It's made by Namco, or at the time Namco. They had licensing, I guess, and they made a whole weird game. So I played through the first level a bit. I want to play this like for a video or something as well. But basically, you fight through the desert, normal things. You start with your lightsaber, weird. But you fight through the desert, you get to the sandcrawler, you climb up the sandcrawler, and who's waiting for you? Darth Vader in the sandcrawler. And then when you like hit him one time, he turns into a big scorpion. I'm not making that up. Sounds made up, but I'm not. The whole game's apparently like that. So yeah, that's cool. Alright. And last normal Famicom game. I'm so happy to get this as well. Kid Dracula. So I'm into the Castlevania games a little bit, but I love vampires. So I really want this game. I need to get it for Game Boy as well, but yeah. It's just Kid Dracula. It's a cool platformer. It's difficult, but not as difficult as Castlevania, I think. But yeah, I love these colors. This cover art is beautiful. This one was a bit expensive too. Like these two right here, I think this one was like 1,200 and this one was like 1,500. So very normal price games. That is still way cheaper than NES games in America. Because if you want like the better games, like what Contra even, Contra's like $40. At least it used to be. I don't know if it still is. It was kind of an expensive game. So yeah. I'm happy that I can get these games here. All right, now my last bit of games. I don't know if I said that already, but this is my last bit of games. So of course, it has a disc system. So what I've been keeping my eyes out the most for is disc system games along with 3DO games. And I've managed to get 5 of them. So these are, I think, easier to find than 3DO games, but there's always less of them. So you're never finding a place with like 20 or more disc system games probably. And a lot of them I'm not interested in. Like, I don't need Mahjong, and I don't need the sports games. I really don't. So let me show you some of these. So first one, well, let me show you what they look like, really. So first one, this is like, forget the name of this one. But yeah, it's like an Arkanoid clone, I guess. But this is the game. Isn't this so cool? So it's like a floppy disk. You just put it in, take it out. And a lot of times you have to load up both sides of the disk before playing, which sometimes the reader's finicky, so it doesn't always read it. So it's kind of annoying. So yeah, this is a cool game. Just like a little time waster, like Arkanoid clone. It's nice. This is the game I got to test it with. This one was kind of expensive. I think it was like, it might have been like 2,400 yen, but it's a pretty fun game, very difficult. It's like a run to the right and stab everything game, because you don't get a gun for some reason. But yeah, Green Beret. This might have a different name in English. I don't know. I think this has a different name in English. Like, it's Green Beret in Japan. So I don't know. Super cool game. You can shoot sometimes, but usually you're just stabbing things with your knife. So it's really difficult. It kind of reminds me of Contra, but if Contra had a short knife. So this was a game that I'm really interested in because I love the lore behind it. And it's a very unique to Japan game that we're not going to get in the US. And that is this yokai game. I forget what it's called now. I don't think about it. Yokai Yoshiki, I think. Yashiki. Yes. Yokai Yashiki. Super cool game. So you play as a little guy and you're fighting yokai basically. And yeah, I like yokai a lot. There's like yokai villages and stuff here where you can go and like kind of look at that kind of stuff. So it's really cool. So love this cover art. Love the game. Super fun game too. Nice little platformer. All right, so now this is like the like when it comes to the games on this system that you're gonna get, this is the game you're gonna get. And it usually runs kind of expensive. Usually when I see it at a game store, it's like around 3,000 to 4,000 yen. And that's because a lot of foreigners come and buy this game. And Super Mario Bros. 2. So this is the Lost Levels, of course, in English. But in Japan, Super Mario Bros. 2. The game's not good. It's a really bad game. But I found it for 1,500 yen, and I was like, well, I have to get it. Because it came in the case and everything. I was like, well, I have to get it. Because, like I said, usually at game stores I see it for a lot more, and that's because a lot of foreigners come and buy it. So yeah, Super Mario Bros. 2. So the cool thing, another cool thing about these, right, is they're rewritable, of course. But that's not really what's cool to me. It's that, like, so this game's on this side, right? But it's a tiny game. It's Super Mario Bros. 1, but less game. So it's tiny. So on the other side, there's a different game. It's baseball. And I played the baseball portion a bit too. I don't like it. But it's cool that there's 2 games on here. So yeah. Alright, last game for the video. Another one that I got super lucky for. Now this game, again, usually running like 4,000 to 5,000 yen. And it's probably, besides Super Mario Bros., it's probably the game that everyone wants. And it's Mysterious Castle Muramase or something like that. Something similar like that. I don't know. I don't remember the English title for it. I don't know the Japanese title because it's a bit different as well. So yeah, I saw this at a game store again for like 1,500 yen. I was like, there's no way. And it's untested. So that's why it's cheaper, I guess. But it came with the big manual. I don't know how many of these games usually come with these big of a manual. But it's so cool. Look at that, man. I think this one has stickers in it too. Which is cool to see stickers in like a game this old. Oh yeah, there's stickers, yeah. So interesting. So yeah, we have this, and then of course the game. And this is definitely probably the most sought after game. This and Mario Brothers, for foreigners anyways. It's like it's kind of like Zelda style, top down, dungeon crawl. I don't know if this is a dungeon crawler, but yeah, you fight things. Like, it's very similar to Zelda. But yeah, the castle art is so cool. It seems like a super popular game for people. You can play this one on famicom, the NES Online, I think. Pretty sure it's there. Pretty sure, well, actually I don't know if any of these other games are that I pulled out, but yeah, this game is. And there's some games that I might get solely for this. So like the best versions of games were like released on these. I wonder if I can get like a screen grab. Wait. Good with like little money spread, right? Wait, a little. What happened? A little money spread. Which one's... Oh, it's this one that's upside down. Little money spread. But yeah, a lot of these will add like extra like audio specifically, or they'll like add some things where you can like rewrite and make your own tracks and save them, which is really cool. I think the version of Excitebike not only has like better audio, but you can like save your tracks, which is really cool. But yeah, that's a long video, and I'm a bit tired after that. So yeah, it's super cool. It's a great couple months that I've slowly just piled up some new games. I'm gonna probably purge some stuff, not like a lot, because really I have really like fine-tuned my collection already, but like there's a few things I might get to the game store, so we'll see. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully I'll start uploading more soon, and yeah, I appreciate it. So yeah, I'll see you later, and yeah, that's what it is. See you. Bye bye.